So I didn't get an instant pay raise, but I'm still paying too much in my paycheck. Why is that? We're going to find out exactly why today and what to do about that on today's video. What's going on, y'all? This is Jeff Trills, and welcome to today's video, which is titled, I didn't get an instant pay raise, but I still pay too much in taxes. Why is that, and what can I do? The reason why I'm shooting this video, because this is another powerful testimonial on the strategy of understanding your money. So I'm going to give you an example. One of my clients that partnered with me and got my services, they wanted to get the instant pay raise. Now, the cool thing about the instant pay raise is, first I want to talk about what the instant pay raise is for those who don't know. It's where you're overpaying too much money in taxes, okay, on your current job. So if you're working a W-2 job and you see all these taxes come out your check when you get your check, whether weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, it's because you didn't properly fill out the W-4 form correctly to where you keep more money in your pocket than going out. And so on today, I'm going to show you how we have experts that will not just make sure that you are not overpaying taxes, but if you're not overpaying taxes, what to do to get even more money back from your check that's coming out in taxes. All right. So what I'm talking about today is what our experts do. Once again, this is not a get rich quick scheme. What we literally do is make sure that you are correctly saving on your taxes if you're overpaying, right? So we have two strategies that happens with this company. The company I'm talking about is MWR Financial. I am a financial solutions executive district director, and what we do, we direct people to the expert that do this for a living. So one of my clients, right, they was paying about $300 in taxes every paycheck, right? Every paycheck, so it's about bi-weekly, okay? And $600 come out of their paycheck. And so they joined and they got the instant pay. They wanted to join for the instant pay raise to get more money back on their paycheck. Well, and I'm gonna show you the email. When they got the email back, they were like, I don't get an instant pay raise. And there's a reason for that, because for the money that person is making, that's a correct amount of taxes that need to come out of their check. Now, knowing that now, see, the cool thing about this program is that this expert that's going to make sure that either if they're going to find out if you're overpaying taxes, or if you're going to owe in taxes, or if you're on point with your taxes as far as how much coming out of your check. All right, those are the three things they're going to tell you, right, with strategy number one. Strategy number one is I'm going to see if you're overpaying taxes. I'm going to see if you're going to be owing taxes, and I'm going to see if you're actually on point with the tax that you're supposed to pay out. Once they determine which one of those scenarios is your case, then we go into strategy number two of the Money Max section, okay? So strategy number one, everybody's like the instant pay rate. If you're overpaying taxes, we're going to let you know, we're going to readjust your W-4 form and then give it back to you so you can submit it into your employer. Section number two, if you don't owe any taxes, and if you owe taxes, they're going to let you know that you owe taxes, and they're going to give you a strategy on how to make sure that you do not owe taxes. And if you are on point with your taxes, they're going to let you know that you're on point taxes. You won't get a instant pay raise because you're paying the exact amount of taxes, okay, that you need to pay based on how much you're making, right? But here's the cool part about that last one I just spoke about, because we're talking about the one right now where I don't owe taxes and I'm not getting I didn't overpay taxes, but I don't get any taxes. So how can I get that $300 back in my pocket, Jeff? Well, they talk about going to strategy number two. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna show you my screen, and this is what happens when you understand your money. Let me go share my screen, and I'm gonna show y'all this beautiful thing. All right. All right, so we're gonna share my screen. Okay, boom. I'm gonna put it full screen. All right, so here's the email that this person got back when they submitted their W-2s and their last year tax return. All right, they clearly explained the purpose of strategy number one is to correct your W-4 form so that you are not overpaying the Internal Revenue Service. Remember, a refund is an overpayment to the IRS. We also do not want you to owe the Internal Revenue Service, aka IRS, and then required to pay penalties and interest, right? Now, per recommendation of the IRS, you are at the max capacity and cannot receive an instant pay raise. Your recommended federal tax withholding is suggested 0 per pay period. You are currently at 0. Therefore, no other adjustments can be made. If you have any additional questions, please ask them in MoneyMax portal. Now, step 2, strategy number 2. Here is what you do not understand. This is why I have to explain this to you. The power of having a home-based business shifts everything for you. Remember, guys, this is a game. We are playing the money game, ladies and gentlemen. So it's time to show you how to win the money game. Strategy number 2, if you have a business, okay? So when I spoke to her, she actually became a business owner here with MWR Financial, where she gets to offer the services because she wants to get the $300 back, okay? Or close to it. Now, if you have a business, here's your next step. If you have a home-based business, you could potentially turn your personal expenses into business deductions and save more money on your taxes. You should track the expenses at least for the next 30 days using TaxBot. TaxBot is where we track our profit and losses, right? We track everything, our money, we track our amount, and we track our expenses, okay? So for the next 30 days, using TaxBot or another accounting software, and send us the profit and loss statement. The profit and loss statement is the income and expenses document that the app will generate. Once we receive that, we will send you a corrected W-4 form. Now, you're like, Jeff, what's part 2, right? Strategy number 2. So once again, not having a brick and mortar click and order, but having a home-based business. Why have a home-based business, Jeff? Because if you have a home-based business, you can write off things inside of the home, aka what you're already spending money on anyway. You see, I'm always spending money on the internet to have the internet in my house. I'm always spending money on the light bill. I'm always spending money on my laptop that I'm using to talk to you guys about this instant pay raise. And so those things I get to write off. If I have a brick and mortar business outside of my house, I cannot write off the expenses that I'm using as I work my W-2 job. You see, like they said, I got to go back so you can see this, okay? Like they said, if you have a home-based business, you could potentially turn your personal expenses into business deductions. So personal expenses, grocery shopping, everything I do, my celery juice, I write it off, right? Because it's part of my office. I'm drinking so I can work in my office and be healthy for my business, okay? Everything. What's up, Mr. Harden? Thank you, boss. You know we got to break it down, champ. Everything can now be written off, right? Business meals. If I hire my kids and we got the pool, I can write off the pool as entertainment expenses or perks of working in the house, right? If I had a pool, if I have a entertainment center, a movie theater, I can write it off as entertainment expenses or perks of working for my company that's in my house. So many things we can write off because it's a home-based business, okay? That's why we talk about having a home-based business. For example, when I got a store, I got a lawnmower business, I got that. All that business takes place outside of the home, and they're not personal expenses that you can turn into business deductions. So that's why we are very strong on getting a home-based business, whether it's MWR Financial, which I highly recommend because what we talk about is money and how to actually get your money back and how to actually be on top of your finances so that you can be financially fit. But if not, I don't care. Get any home-based business that you want to get it. But get one so that you can now, this strategy number 2, get any home-based business and then come back here and get the services so that our experts can implement strategy number 2 into your life so that we can readjust your W-4 form so you can send it back into your employer and now get that $300 that they were missing in their paychecks because now we have things that we can write off, okay? Now let me show you what strategy number 2 is, okay, and how simple it is. See? This is the back office that you get when you become a member of the MWR Financial portal. You get your own portal as a customer, This is what your portal like. Okay, so they did strategy number 1 right here. They got the email saying that they don't qualify for strategy number 1. Now it's time to do strategy number 2 because they now are a business owner. She went ahead and upgraded and became a business partner so that she can be able to take advantage of this. So in strategy number 2, now she gets started here. Okay, now all you do is simply follow the steps. This is how simple this thing is. Follow the steps. We're going to go step 1. They're going to track all your mileages, expenses, and receipts. Okay. Once you do that for 30 days, it's time to get the profit and loss statement through our tax bot, and you get tax bot for free. Outside of this program, it's going to be $20 a month. No worries, but we just like to say I can spend less money and get more value. Okay, so if it's free in here, I'm going to use it through here. You're going to click it, enroll in your tax bot, go ahead and get that, and start tracking your mileage, your expenses, and your incomes. Okay, and in 30 days, you just send the profit and loss statement to the portal here. Upload your profit and loss statement here, boop, and then they're going to go ahead and review it again, and the message is going to come through here. Okay. Now, that's how simple strategy number 2 is. So I'm shooting this video because this is a testimonial. The testimonial is to make sure that you are financially fit. So for her testimonial, that's why I'm shooting the testimonial video, is to know that now she knows for sure that she's not being overcharged on her paycheck. She knows she doesn't owe any money to a paycheck because if you owe money, you're going to pay more than what you owe. We don't want to do that. So now she knows she don't owe any money, but now she knows that she's paying exactly what she's supposed to pay to the IRS. Now it put her in a position to do what? Become a home-based business owner and now write off things that she didn't know she could write off because all she was a W-2 employee that didn't have this extra knowledge. Now for investing in herself with this business, whether she make a profit or not in this business, because she can write off the expenses of doing this business and possibly get that back in her paycheck or as a refund. I won't say a refund, but it's like a fund because they're not refunding anything. They're funding you what you actually written off as a loss. The loss of the business can also benefit you as well. Okay, as long as you have the intent to do business. I don't care if she shows this to her significant other, her brother and sister, and they say yes or no, it doesn't matter. She had the intent to do business. I don't care if she goes on social media and shares this video on her wall or shares an opportunity video on her wall. That's the intent to do business. That will make her eligible to write off her expenses for getting in business here. Okay? So, but now she's getting back $300 more or up to $300 more than she was taking home before. So let's give an example. If she was able to get, let's say, if she was able to get $200 more back on her paycheck every month, right? And the cost of being business in this company is $119 a month. So if she profited $80 a year, people don't look at $80 as anything like, oh, only $80. You guys are missing the principle. I'd rather get back $80 up front and possibly write off the $119 later than to not get anything back and still have them take $300 out of my check, right? Now they're taking $100. I got back $200, profit $80, and I could possibly get back more than $119 at the end of the year. See, that's what you guys got to understand, because 80 times 10 is $800 back in your pocket. 80 times 12, when you do the math, as you can tell, I ain't passed math class, but I'm saying to you like this: $80 a month back in your check, okay, every month for just having a business that you can write off and your bills you can write off. It's way more powerful than you just having a W-2 job and you frustrated about not getting an instant pay raise. So if you, this video is for the person that said, I didn't get an instant pay raise back, why I'm devastated, what's going on? We say, okay, that's step one. As you see right here, that was step one, okay? Strategy number one, okay? We wasn't done with you yet. We just talking about strategy number one. Strategy number two is when you become a home-based business owner. We recommend you be one with us. But if not, I don't care what you do so that you can utilize strategy number two, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how you win this money game. And that's the benefit of you actually understanding what's really going on with your money. And now you got the solutions. And now when she goes and starts tracking her mileage, because you get 58 cents a mile, that you're driving back and forth to work anyway. Your Uber's costing you anyway if you're not driving. you can write that stuff off and get that as a reason why you need to get that money back in your paycheck. See, if the expenses to travel back and forth, the work is costing you, which is already costing you already. Those are not business expenses. Those are only personal. But when you become a business owner, those now become business expenses. Okay? Now it goes against what you're paying in taxes, and they got to give you that money back from your check. They got to give it back. So, guys, if you found value with this, like, comment, and share it with somebody you love, like or even hate, because it's time for you guys to be great. Share it with somebody you love. Let them understand that this financial literacy is a must. There's no more time to be, I want to say, ignorant. And ignorant just simply means not knowing. We must know. Once we receive the information, it is our duty and our opportunity to share with others so they can get financially fit, just like you just got financially fit. My name is Jeff Trills. Be great because you are great. I'll see you guys next live. Peace.